Well, welcome to another Monday Money Tip presented by I Was Broke, Now I'm Not. Hi, my name is Joseph Sengel, and I'm the founder of I Was Broke, Now I'm Not, and I'm fired up to help you win with your finances. I love being able to provide a money tip on Monday morning to be able to help you have time during the week to take your finances to another level. Today, I'm going to talk about mutual funds. Specifically, the question, what is a mutual fund? There's many people who have very little knowledge about investing. And I know when I first started out my life and had my first job and people were talking about investing in mutual funds and I had no idea what they were speaking about. And so today I want to help you understand more fully what a mutual fund is, how it works, how it functions, how it can help you fund your dreams. So here's what a mutual fund is. It is a fund of money that you, me, and 3 million of our closest friends mutually, because we're all together funding this account, we're mutually funding that account managed by professional investors. That's why it's called a mutual fund. It's mutually funded by many people. And we give our money to people that wake up every single day eating, sleeping, and breathing investments. They watch companies like a hawk. They know their leadership. They know major decisions that are made. They know decisions long before you and I ever hear about them. And as a result, they have a much greater chance that they can maximize the investments that we would want to make. And so we entrust our money to them to be able to get a return on investment. And what these professional investors do is they buy and sell investments such as stocks, bonds, and commodities in these different companies and hope to make a return for you and me. And so here's an example. American Funds is a mutual fund that I own. It's the American Funds, the Investment Company of America Fund. And I will go to the internet here and show you this fund on the American Funds website. American Funds is the mutual fund company. That's the group of professional investors. And they have multiple different mutual funds that have different objectives and different goals. And I really love this fund. I'm invested heavily in it. It is the Investment Company of America. And it has a ticker symbol. So it's publicly traded, and you can buy a share on this day that I'm producing this on April 21st, 2014, at $37.39 a share. And when you look at the objective of this fund, it says the fund's investment objectives are to achieve long-term growth of capital and income. In other words, they want to buy companies that are growing as well as producing profits and giving us dividends, income. And its distinguishing characteristics is one of the nation's oldest and largest mutual funds, and it emphasizes investments in well-established blue chip companies representing a wide cross-section of the U.S. economy. In other words, it's primarily focused on United States-based companies, and it's focused on big companies. I like this fund because it has a minimum initial investment of $250, and on the date we're looking at this, there are 217,162 of our closest friends that are invested. You can see this fund has been around since 1934. And as a result, we can see that this fund has averaged 12.24% over its lifetime. The last 10 years have been tough, but it's averaged 7.23%. And the past year has been great. But what I love about this fund is that it has a great number of holdings. It holds oil, gas, and consumable fuels, biotechnology, semiconductors, diversified telecommunication services, software, beverages, tobacco, pharmaceuticals, aerospace. In other words, if this mutual fund fails, it means all the major companies in America have failed. Now, that might happen someday, but it's unlikely to happen. And if it did, we got larger problems than just because our money has left. But it actually holds the largest. It shows the top 10 holdings that it has in the fund. And you'll probably recognize several of these companies like Google and Verizon and Oracle and Texas Instruments. And it tells you the portfolio managers. These are those professional investors that I was telling you about. As you can see, the minimum experience of any of them is 15 years. Many of them over 30 years. That's why I love mutual funds. It allows me to diversify my investment. It allows me to position myself to maximize my return on investment while minimizing my risk of losing all of the money. So you can go to the monthly investment calculator at iwasbrokenowimnot.com and click on tools, and you can calculate how much $100 would return for you if you did that every single month for the rest of your life. and do different rates of return, 8%, 10%, and 12% rates of return. See what would happen if you had invested in a mutual fund such as the Investment Company of America, American Funds Mutual Fund. Here's what I do know. If you are not learning how to invest and you are not looking at the potential of investing in mutual funds, I believe you're missing out on one of the greatest ways that you can increase your wealth and position yourself to prosper through the rest of your life. This is Joe Sengel with the Monday Money Tip, and I encourage you to send your friends to the MondayMoneyTip.com website, and you can also go to MondayMoneyTip.com and share it via Facebook, Twitter, and all the social media links. I'd be so grateful if you would do so and if you found this tip helpful. Have a great week, and until next time and next week, have a fully funded life. Get fired up.